So what happened with the whole inside the NBA? What happened to this whole situation with Shaq and all them?
It's not as bad as people are making it out to be.
It looked
They're
really
not
bad
done.
when I looked into it.
It's because they're done with Turner Sports and TNT. Their show's not going to be on TNT anymore because essentially the short answer is the NBA's rights deal's up, right, to broadcast the games. And so now the NBA gets to renegotiate to see who wants to pay for the right to broadcast NBA games. And Turner as essentially is just out of the race. They've been, I guess, outbid by ESPN. The streamers are a huge player in this now. Apple wants live sports. Netflix is getting into the live sports game. Amazon, YouTube, you know what I mean? So I think Turner made the business decision to okay, we're going to drop the NBA. It's too expensive for us. They actually picked up a more expensive product, which is the college football playoff, which gets more views than the NBA anyway.
Really?
Yeah. College football, NFL.
It's huge, yeah.
It's just so big. And because of that, I believe Charles Barkley and maybe Kenny and Shaq, their contracts with Turner, I don't know how they work. Maybe they're just yearly contracts, annual, or maybe it's, it also is running out now that the rights deal is also out. Basically, I think Amazon's going to get a package of NBA games and they're going to pay for Inside the NBA to be an Amazon show. Or maybe ESPN brings the whole crew. There's no way, that show is the greatest studio show in sports television history.
100%. And I mean,
it can't break up. It's not going to.
Yeah. Do you think Ernie's going with wherever the guys go?
So that's the one question, because Ernie has said he wants to stay at TNT because he does other stuff. He does golf, he does baseball.
But these guys are strictly NBA focused.
They do. I mean, Kenny and Chuck do March Madness too.
I'm saying basketball.
But
mostly.
basketball, right.
Yeah.
So that's the question. Maybe they'll need a new host. But there's no way even if they do it themselves, I bet Charles Barkley and Shaq would start a production company and self-fund it. You know what I mean?
No, I don't. Yeah, I agree. I don't think they're going.
There's no way they break up. It can't.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this whole streaming thing is interesting to me too, right? I was my parents recently, they're like, no one's watching TV here. Let's just cancel our TV subscription because it's insane now how much it is at certain places, right? And they canceled it. I go over there. I'm like, I want to watch basketball, and I was like, oh my goodness, I could either pay $80 here, $70 here. I'm like, I don't want to do that for one Minnesota game. You know what I mean? And then I was like, okay, my dad already had Amazon Prime, so we were like, oh, we could subscribe to Amazon Prime and watch on there because the game was there, right?
Okay.
So we're like, okay, so we did that, watched the game, whatever, and then the next day I was like, okay, let me watch the Knicks game there too. And we go and it's like, this one is not here. I was like, oh, that's crazy. So, and then it's because it was on TNT, they had exclusive rights, I guess, to play the game. And I was like, that's crazy. I couldn't even watch the game.
This whole streaming war started because of cord cutting. Because like you said, everyone's like, why am I paying for cable when I don't really watch anything on it? And I can just pay $15 a month for this specialized package, just do Netflix or just get, NBA League Pass or something and just pay for what I want to watch.
Or not even do that because there's all these streaming websites that now just show Hold on, who said that? No, it's true.
No, you're right. But what's so crazy now is that you have to subscribe to so many different streaming platforms to watch everything.
Yeah.
That you're going to end up spending more money than you were with cable.
Right.
It doesn't even make sense anymore. It's cord cutting has now become 10xing your cords. And now I have 17 different cords to test 17 different streamers.
Yeah.
I have to pay for them all.
Yeah. I mean, the craziest thing is the whole basketball is one thing, but then once you get into watching fights and boxing and UFC and stuff,
the pay-per-view game.
Dude, you have to subscribe to the platform and then pay $80, $100, $120 just to watch that one fight.
Yeah.
You're paying upwards of $180 to watch one fight.
It's crazy. The other thing I thought that someone told me the other week that I'd never thought of is strategically, if you're a streamer, the reason why it's even more valuable to own the rights to, the NBA Finals or Thursday Night Football is because it makes it harder to switch the channel. On cable, right, the moment you're done watching the game or it's halftime, you just switch the channel, watch something else. Right. But when the game's on Amazon, it's harder to
You start
exit
watching
the app.
Titanic at like halftime.
Right. You have to continue using the Amazon software and platform,
Right.
which is even more beneficial to Amazon. So
True.
they keep you in their app, which is
True.
even more valuable. And I never really thought about it that way.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it makes sense why certain places are charging like cover fees to even go watch games, like Buffalo Wild Wings. It's like
Yeah.
$20 a head. I'm like, that's crazy, dude. I'm like,
Right.
it's mostly for fights, but I wouldn't be surprised if in like a year or two they start charging for like any big game that goes on, you know?
And we're going to do it because it's cheaper than paying to watch it ourselves.
I was so down bad at one point, not money wise, just like I refused to pay for anything. I was watching TikTok lives of people reacting to the game. I wasn't even watching, they weren't even showing it.
Yeah.
It was just someone talking about what they're seeing.
Or I've seen the TikTok lives where someone will be watching the game and I'll have to watch their live stream of them watching the game through their sunglasses so that TikTok doesn't know and shut it down.
Oh,
I've been there. I've been that down
At least
bad.
you see the game. For mine, it's not even like it's a legit commentary. It's not like, and Jaylen Brown with the
Right.
three, it's down to the, it's like 3 seconds of pause. Ooh, nice three by Jaylen Brown.
Pretend to play 2K, but it's the actual game.
I've seen that too. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
They have a control. Is that the ones with the controller? They have a controller out. It's just showing the game.
So good. It's so funny.
Or the ones that are bad. These are the bad ones. Where you join their live and they're like, now come over, subscribe to me on YouTube because when the game is starting, I'm going to show it over there. Or come to Instagram. I'm going to show it there. And then you go to Instagram and he's private. And it's like once we get to 2,000 followers, I'll go public or I'll accept everyone and this and that. I'm like, dude.
At that point, just pay the $80.
Right.
Yeah.
At that point, I just go to the gym. I just want to.
Right.
Plus, when you go to the gym, it's funny. People are in crowds watching at the gym now,
Wow.
like around the TVs over there.
That is wild.
Like my friend Anthony, he's like, I'm gonna go watch at the gym, which is crazy to me. You know, it makes sense.
Get on the treadmill.
No one's even
even.
on the treadmill. Everyone's just like, it's awkward for the people on the treadmill because there's
Sure.
like 80 dudes around on the like watching the game. You know.
Yeah.
But
It's wild, yeah.